Why, hello there. I have a question for you. Would you say you are the sort of person to be easily distracted? Okay, maybe I should repeat the question because I lost you already. Are you the type of person to be easily distracted? Lately, I have been researching attention deficit disorder, and it is an interesting condition. For those of you who struggle with it, I am sincerely amazed at how you're able to function in life with the constant challenge of distraction. It cannot be easy. The theme of the poem for this week doesn't initially appear to be about distractions, but the more I studied it and looked it over, I realized that is exactly what God wanted me to communicate when I wrote it. So instead of saving the poem for the very end, I'm going to read it now, so maybe that'll help some of my attentionally challenged friends be able to hang with me for the rest of the video. Here it is. It's called Narrow Path. It's not just that the path is narrow. It's that there are many distractions along the way. Seem right, seem good, seem sure. Gently pulling, lightly tugging, easily enticing. Before I realize, the road is gone. Sin surges me away, distorting, drowning, dying. As the waves crash and the water rises, I wonder, how did I get here? How do I escape? Finally, I look up. I see you. Really focus. Fix my eyes. You reach to pull me back, grabbed by grace. The path is still here, still narrow, still uncertain. However, this time, I will walk with you. There's this verse in the Bible. It's in Matthew 7, where Jesus uses this metaphor of gates and pathways. He says, "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow is the road that leads to life, and only a few will find it." Living a life of purpose, of meaning, of love, of discipline is not easy. It's like squeezing through a small gate, following a more difficult route. Following God's way is not the most convenient or obvious choice. It's more off the beaten path, so to say. It's not the typical well-worn road that everyone else seems to be taking. But that's not the only challenge, trying to follow the narrow path of life. The second line of my poem says, there are many distractions along the way. It's not like we're walking on this little tiny trail in a dark forest where these big, mean goblins and scary sin monsters keep jumping out to scare us. Boo! Yes, that would be a distraction, but it would probably make me stay on the path to keep running and get away as fast as I could. What I'm picturing is something more like this. We're in a lovely place of our choosing. It could be a forest just like this. I'm imagining a forest, the time of day when the leaves are glowing with sunlight. I can see the golden sun shining through the trees, and I'm happily strolling along the path. Yes, it's small and not always easy to follow, but I'm doing it. The birds are singing, and I can feel the warm breeze, and the air smells sweet. But what's that? Oh, look, it's a flower. It's so pretty. And then over there, it's another one. And then another. Oh my gosh, it's a whole field of flowers. Oh, and did you see that butterfly? What gorgeous colors it has. And oh wow, look over there. It's a little rippling brook. See how the big boulder in the middle is sparkling as the water hits it? I wonder if I could go climb out on top and sit on it. The sun feels so warm, and that water looks so inviting. And then, as the poem says, suddenly, before I realize it, the way is completely gone. I'm feeling the waves crash over me, and I'm drowning, dying, wondering, how the heck did I get here? Wasn't it just a little brook a few seconds ago? As I struggle to breathe, I'm frantically looking for an escape. Friends, this is how it is with us. We want to live our lives with purpose, with love, with sacrifice, with discipline. God has put it in our hearts to realize that there's so much more to life than just living for ourselves. We want to be beautiful, not ugly. We want to be untangled, so to speak, from our worries and our fears. We want his peace and his restoration. Walking the narrow path is not easy, but we can do it with God's help. Last week, I talked about Holy Spirit power that all followers of Jesus have. Yet, choosing to travel the right path is only one part of the struggle of this world. I find that the bigger challenge is to keep my focus and fix my eyes on Jesus, as the poem and author of Hebrews 12 says. We all can be so easily distracted. There are so many diversions that gently, lightly, enticingly pull at us. I don't think I have to list examples because we all know ours. And remember though, these distractions aren't bad of themselves. Fields of flowers, butterflies, and streams aren't evil. Many things I care about in life aren't wrong or sinful at first. The problem comes when I put those things before my relationship with God. He made us to walk with him, to be best friends. It's not wrong for me to delight in the beautiful field, but I need to do it with him by my side, remembering that he's the one who created it in the first place. So, if you call yourself a Christian, remember to actually include Christ in your life, in all parts of it. Thank him for the good gifts he's given, and let's see how he's guiding us, lovingly guiding us along the path. Let's spend time this week thinking about what actually prevents us from moving forward with purpose. Maybe it's time to do less of those good things and refocus our eyes on what and ultimately who matters. So thanks again for watching, and if you can respond in any creative way, I'd look forward to seeing it. Feel free to like or share, and I'll see you next week. Good night.